Hey everyone, how you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So this will be a short live stream, 1 hour, and I'm gonna try to squeeze as much as I can uh, throughout this 1 hour, and I'll have you guys join in conversation for 60 minutes. So I know it's a late live stream, and it's probably gonna be one of my shortest live streams, period. But I felt I wanted to hear your points of view on Google Stadia. How do you guys feel? You already know how I feel, and my uncertainty right now with Google Stadia. It feels like a Titanic ship, you know. And the only question now is, should I stay on the Titanic ship, or should I just get the lifeboat and sail away, all the way to New York City, right? So please join in conversation. We only got 60 minutes. What's up, Roth 7000? How are you, man? How you doing? What's up, Derek? What's up, Jendel Rodriguez? Welcome. Actually, some of you did predict this. I'm not gonna lie, because I've been covering Google Stadia ever since November 2019, and a lot of you were afraid of this. I remember whenever there would be an argument, or, well, not an argument, whenever we would have like a disagreement or debate. Debate. There's a good word. Debate. Every time we would have a debate, and I asked you, why are you guys afraid to purchase Cyberpunk on Google Stadia? Why are you guys afraid to purchase this game on Google Stadia? And every single one of you tell me the same answer. I don't own the game. I don't want to pay the full price for something that I don't know if I'm going to have it the next month or the next year. When I purchase my stuff on Steam, Valve, or PlayStation or Xbox, I know that it's there and I'll never have to worry about it. It's always going to be there, and I can access, and it's true, I can access my Drive Club, even though Drive Club is not supported, but I purchased the Drive Club long time ago, so I can always play it. And so what happened to Google Stadia? Well, here's the thing. Jendel, I'm sure you know that Google Stadia has created their own games and entertainment studios. The games and entertainment studios, it was split between United States and Europe. And in charge of the European games and entertainment was Jade Raymond. And Jade Raymond was head of the Stadia Games and Entertainment. Her job was kind of like Sean Layden, to get developers, to hire developers to work on a specific exclusive Stadia games. And the sad part is this: there was tons of exclusive games that Jade Raymond and the team, both in Germany, in Europe, and here in West Coast, in California, in Seattle, they were all working together to release some of these games. Now, all of these games that they were working on are being canceled. And here, I'll read it for you. Here, let me read this for you. I'll just do it right here. According to today's announcement, Google is shifting its focus away from creating first-party titles, and instead it's helping developers get their games on Stadia, meaning that they're canceling all of their current first-party games that they were working on, and they're just going to be a service. It's like a hotel. Whoever wants to come to this hotel, no, like a storage room. Stadia is going to become like a storage room. Whoever wants to leave their games there, please do leave your games there. We don't care. And I don't know if they're going to have a profitable business. If they were willing to shut down their studios, first-party studios, what makes you think that they're not going to shut down Google Stadia altogether if the third-party developers and the studios are not coming in to, share their games on Stadia platform. Why would EA, share their games on a Stadia platform when they can just do it on a bigger ecosystem like Steam, Valve, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo? Of course, they're going to go where there's millions of gamers, millions of people. Stadia ecosystem, it's not that big. It's not that huge. So that's why I'm afraid of. That's why I have a red flag that this is an indicator, a red flag that Google Stadia this year possibly will be no more. And here I'll read the rest of the thing. With the shift in focus, and let me read it from the beginning. According to today's announcement, Google is shifting its focus away from creating first-party titles, and instead it's helping developers get their games on Stadia. With efforts like Stadia Makers program. With the shift in focus and shutdown of Stadia Games Entertainment, Jade Raymond is leaving Google, while most of the rest of the team will be moving into new roles. So what kind of new roles are this team's going to move into? I don't know. However, Stadia Games and Entertainment's efforts are not being immediately shut down, but are instead winding down. Any near-term planned games should still see release. Okay, so that's a little site of release. That means that some games that they already are polished up and finished, they're going to release them, and they're already planned to be released. They're going to release those games throughout the year. That's according to Kotaku. But any first-party Stadia games that were intended... Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Any first-party Stadia games that were intended for the release past 2021 will likely be canceled. So you're not going to see anything past this year. So 2022, there won't be nothing. And you'll see some stuff this year. But after that, that'll be it. And here's the part that really kind of like... that bothers me. Closing out the announcement, Phil Harrison recommits to Stadia's continued future. Closing out the announcement, Phil Harrison commits to Stadia continued future, serving as a home to the third-party games. I don't know, Phil. Let me ask you this. That's Phil Harrison saying what he needs to say to ease the pain. The last thing he wants is people canceling their subscriptions. That's just business. Just like, what's his name? The guy from OnLive, Steve Perlman, right? Oh, stay on OnLive is the greatest thing ever. And then he left, sold the company for $4 million. Look what's going on with the GameStop. Listen, the companies, the CEOs are always going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to give you the false premise. They're going to give you the false hope because they don't want you to cancel. They want you to stay. But let's be real. Let's be realistic about this. Why would first of all, hold on. Back up. This bothers me. What Phil Harrison says bothers me, and I'll explain why. Hold on. Here's why. And I'm going to try to explain this in the best possible way. All right, here's the problem with this. Closing out the announcement, Phil Harrison recommits to Stadia's continued future as a serving home to third-party games. Excuse me. A home to a third-party games? Are you kidding me? Phil Harrison? Xbox, it's a home. Game Pass Ultimate, it's a home for third-party games. Steam, Valve, it's a home to a third-party games. PlayStation Network, it's a home to a third-party games. What are you talking about, Phil Harrison? You just got Madden. barely got Madden. There's tons of games missing, man. What are you talking about? A home to a third-party games. You don't even have a franchise of Resident Evil games. What are you talking about, man? So this is why I know that he's full of it. He's just trying to ease the pain. In my honest opinion, I think this is it. I think this is a Titanic ship, and the captain of Titanic, it's calming everybody down. Don't worry. We're all going to be fine. This is the greatest ship ever created. Don't worry about anything. This is the safest ship ever. Go to your bunkers. Go back to your beds. Don't worry about anything. You know what I mean? Like a false hope. And that's what this is. Backpedaling the false hope. So this bothers me. And look, everywhere you go, it's not just 9 to 5 Google. Android Central. Today's Google announcement announced that it's closing all internal Stadia studios. So Google isn't shutting down Stadia. Hold on, let's see. Let's see what it says right here. Google announced that it's closing its internal Stadia development studios, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This means the platform will continue to exist as it does today, but in the future, Google is focusing on a third-party projects. But here's the problem with this. Google is focusing on a third-party projects. How can we trust you? Here's the problem with Google. You don't have a credibility to tell us that you're going to focus on a third party. How long it took you to bring Madden? How long it took you? Where's Mafia? You haven't brought Mafia games yet. You haven't brought, oh my God, there's so much you haven't brought to the table in a year and a half. And I'm sick and tired of this whole thing, let's wait and wait and wait. People are tired of waiting. Why should they wait when they can just go ahead and play right now? Go on their PlayStation Network, go to their PCs. Why would people wait when there's other venues they can choose? You can't say that you're now going to be a third-party main focus. You barely have a difficult time bringing any of these games. Come on, Phil Harrison. Who are you bullshitting, bro? And why would third-party developers come to you? Why? Why would they come to you? They're going to go to Steam. They're going to go to Epic. They're going to go to PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. That's where they're going to go. The big, large ecosystem. They're not going to go to you. They will come to you at a certain price. Remember, they don't have to come to you. You need them. Third parties don't need Stadia. Let me repeat this one more time, Phil Harrison. Third party doesn't need Stadia. You need third party. So you're going to have to, out of your own pockets, pay the third developers, so that way the third developers will come to you at a certain price. And of course, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be very expensive. They're going to want a lot of chunk of money for you to put their games onto your ecosystem. So this really shows me that this is it. What's up, Cameron? How you doing? Let's see what you guys are saying. Crazy Fox. Hey, Crazy Fox. How you doing, brother? Me and Crazy Fox. You know what's funny? Me and Crazy Fox were just talking about this yesterday, and we were so excited. We were so excited about Stadia, but now this really makes me really worried. I'm worried about Stadia now. If this isn't a red flag, then I don't know. Maybe you guys need bigger red flags to be seen. But this is a big red flag to me. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Yeah, Stadia R&D, it's also shutting down. This is true. Derek says the uncertainty will have majority of people not buy to invest them or their services. That's true. That's exactly what I'm afraid of, Derek. Uh, Kessel says, Kessel Runner says, I think if the resources are being allocating to bring the games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex, that would help. Yes, of course. If they could do that, if they could bring Activision, Electronic Arts, if they can bring Call of Duty, EA Sports, if they can bring Sega and all of those third-party developers, if they can bring all of them, oh, I have no problem. I don't worry. No one's gonna jump the ship. No one's jumping the ship. But the problem is, what makes Phil Harrison and the Google think that Activision's gonna do that? That Rockstar's gonna do that? That Sega is gonna do that? When Xbox is giving them a much better platform, when Sony's giving them a much better platform, when Nintendo is giving them a much better platform, when Steam Valve is giving them a much better platform, when Epic is giving them a much better platform, what makes Google Stadia think that they're going to do that? And Ubisoft, why would Ubisoft now stay with Stadia? They're like, hey man, we already got Uplay Plus, Ubisoft Plus. We already doing great. We really don't need to make any contract deals with Stadia for whatever it is that they're giving us. So I don't know, man. I'm just simply saying, in my opinion, I'm worried about this. This should worry a lot of people. Phil Harrison is acting as if he already made a deal with all the developers, all the third-party studios. Where are these third-party studios? Where is the EA? Barely got the Madden. Barely. I only got 2 EA games. Where's the Activision? Where's the Mafia games from 2K Czech Republic studios? Where's the... I can go down the list. There's a tons of stuff missing. You can't even bring Dirt 5. And you already got Codemasters there, but Codemaster only gives you something. Gives you something what they want. They're not giving you Dirt 5. They're not giving you other things that they have. Where's the Capcom with all the Resident Evils? You should have all the Resident Evils, as a matter of fact. All of the Resident Evil. The entire franchise should be in there. So when you start talking about a home for a third party, come on, man. Xbox and PlayStation, yes. A home for a third party. That's documented. That's a fact. Steam, fairly good place for third party and independent parties as well. But come on, man. This is why I'm so afraid. This is why I'm so worried. I don't want them to go out of business. But hey, remember, I'm doing good. Thank you, Cameron. Remember, let's not forget something. Here's the important thing, and I think that's the reason I'm doing this live stream. I think it's important that you guys remember something that I always had in the back of my head, and a lot of people seem to forget this. The history of Google has always been destroying projects, canceling projects, putting the projects, as some they call it, in a Google graveyard. There's a Google graveyard where the entire projects that they were working on in the past have been rest in peace. They never seen the fruition. They never evolved. So many projects down. You'll see it. Just Google it. There's a huge list of projects in the past 2 decades that Google has just put in a graveyard, a large graveyard. So they have a history of doing that. And let's not forget that. I have to remind people of that. You got to remember who this is, you know. So I can't really say that I'm optimistic. I want to be optimistic. I don't want people to think that I don't like Stadia. If I didn't like Stadia, I wouldn't be covering it for a year and a half now. But this bothers me. This stuff bothers me because Phil Harrison doesn't have any credibility. He was telling us that FIFA will be available in September, October. He was always giving us all of these false promises. So he has no credibility, in my opinion. Phil, you have no credibility. Credibility means your resume has to have some kind of credibility to back it up. But your resume, it's not that good. Let's be honest. It's not that good. Just ask Sony with the PlayStation 3. How did that go? But anyway, what do you guys think? You know me. I have to call it what it is. And I'm not saying I'm gonna jump to ship. I'm not saying I'm gonna be done with Stadia, but I'm keeping a close look, close eye to see what happens, and we'll see. Let's see what you guys are saying. Tech Home says this is hailstorm. They just don't have enough insurance for the dents. Well, you know what? That's true, Tech Home. And I was talking about this. Think about this. They're spending more money. They are investing more money and using more resources to create these first-party games, but they're not getting anything in return. Think about that. They are putting more money, putting more resources, and they're not getting enough to warrant and make up for the money that they've spent. So, of course, they're not going to do that. They're in business of making money. If they cannot profit money that they need to profit, so what's the point? Why even bother doing this whole cloud gaming Stadia thing, right? Don't even bother with it if you're not going to profit. If you're spending money and you're not saving money, so what's the point, right? If you're spending money and you're not making more on top of what you're investing, so what's the point of investing the money if you're not making more on top of what you're investing? And that's why I think that's where this whole thing comes down to, the money. They don't have a big ecosystem. Like PlayStation, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. Xbox, 15 million, 18 million. And then, Steam, Valve is probably more than that. Well, like 40 million around the world. It's hard to compete with that. That's a lot of people. That's a huge ecosystem, But let's see what the IGN has to say about this. Let's read the IGN really quick. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I'm trying to read these comments as fast as I can. I already played Madden. Check my videos from yesterday. It's all there, Mr. Clips. I think that's why they got rid of the studios. Those developers can be used to help third-party developers port the games along with the sack of money. Kessel, I hope you're right. But they're going to have to prove that. So far, they've been very slow. Stadia has been very slow bringing the third-party games. Look how long it took them to bring the Jedi Fallen Order. Look how long it took them to bring Madden 21. Look how long it took them to bring those other. Where's the Dirt 5? Where's Mafia 1, 2, and 3? Where's Resident Evil franchise? I mean, I can go down the list. Of the games they're absent and they're missing. Where's the Sega? Where's Yakuza? We can go down the list. A huge list. So if you're going to say that this is a home of third-party games, well, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know about that. You know, let's see what else we got. Cameron D says, I read many gamers were not on board with Stadia because they don't own the games and only stream them, whereas digital games allow the user to download and keep the games. Is this a part of the problem? Yes, Cameron. I'm glad you mentioned that, because every time I would ask people on the comments, or when I would ask somebody on the forums, they say to me they have no problem with playing on the cloud. Their biggest issue is that they have to pay the full price. They have to pay a full price, and they have to be dependent on the internet for that game to be sitting somewhere on the server. And if, for example, Stadia loses the contract with that certain developer or a studio, and they have to pull that game out, they're going to lose that game. Is the Google Stadia give a refund to those who purchase it? Or if the Stadia goes out of business, what's going to happen to all the games that you purchased? So this was the major complaint that everyone was complaining. You know, everyone, including the big YouTubers, they said they don't like spending money collecting these games on Stadia if they don't really own them. And I totally understand that. I totally sympathize with that. Why would you pay a full price for something to sit on the Stadia when you can just go ahead and buy it on PlayStation or Xbox or Steam, and it's going to sit there and you're always going to have it? You know, you're never going to have to worry about losing that game. With the cloud technology, no one can guarantee you that. I cannot guarantee you. Google cannot guarantee you. They don't have a crystal ball. They don't know what's going to happen. You know, EA might say tomorrow, hey, we're pulling the Madden. We're pulling out the Madden. We don't care. They reserve the right to pull out the Madden from Stadia and say, nah, let people come to EA Play. We don't care. Let them sign up with Origin. Look, no one can guarantee you, you know, that certainty. And I totally understand that. Now, if Stadia was like PlayStation Now, like Sony PlayStation Now, where it's like a Netflix of gaming, right? You pay a monthly subscription, and that's it. You access 700 games like on PlayStation Now, right? You pay $10 a month or $5 a month. Okay, $5 a month and you access 700 games. If Stadia can do something like this, I'll tell you what. Here's a solution. Here's a solution for this Titanic ship to go around the North Atlantic swarms of ice capades and make its way to New York City. Here's what you got to do, Captain Phil Harrison. How about this? If you want to be a home of third-party games, why don't you do this? It's a big company. Google's a huge company. You guys have money. Why don't you make it a subscription service? You pay $10 a month, and you got access of all of those third-party games. All of them. Every single one of them. 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 games. People will gladly pay $120 a year, $10 a month. They'll gladly pay $10 a month if they know that they don't have to purchase a game and it's a subscription service like Netflix and HBO Max and Amazon and Hulu. They'll gladly do that. They will gladly do that. But are you going to become that, Phil Harrison? Are you going to become that? I don't think so. I think you are just BSing us. I don't think you will. Hey, what's up, badass? Hi, how you doing, brother? Let's see. What's up, Karsten Jensen? What's up, Fury? Oh yeah, Cameron. Listen, I have no issues with Stadia technology. With look, I always defended. I look. This has nothing to do with the cloud technology. Okay, I don't want people to mistake a couple of things here. All right, this has nothing to do with cloud technology. I have no problem with cloud technology. This has to do with Google as a service that's using the cloud technology. Cloud technology works. Cloud technology is here to stay. Cloud technology is not going to go anywhere. It's here to stay. But I don't think Google is going to be that company that's going to do it. Looking at what's been going on right now, I don't think the Google's going to be that company. Who's going to do it? Is Sony's going to do it? Is Microsoft going to do it? Quite honestly, Microsoft has a pretty good chance of doing it. You talk about home of third-party games, Phil Harrison, you need to call your friend Phil Spencer and have a good conversation tonight. Because when it comes to a home, a mecca capital of third-party games, Xbox Game Pass, hands down. Xbox Game Pass, hands down. Xbox Live, Xbox, it's like the mecca of third-party games. Same thing with the PlayStation, a mecca of third-party games. Nintendo as well. Steam. But let's be honest, the most affordable mecca with a subscription, a $60 a year. A $60 a year. Can you beat that? No. No one can beat that at the moment. $60 a year. Look at this third-party games that are available on Xbox Game Pass. That's the mecca. Regardless of me criticizing Phil Spencer for lack of first-party games, I still criticize him for the lack of first-party games. But I'm not going to criticize the guy for excellent service called the Game Pass. I never criticize him for the Game Pass service. He did a great job on that department. He is the guru, the home of third party. Look at Bethesda. He just bought Bethesda. And everything that comes with Bethesda. So, Xbox is the guru and the home of third party. You, Phil Harrison, I don't know. I think you don't know what you want to be. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What are you all about right now? I think you're just backpedaling right now. And I don't like when people do that. When people start backpedaling, that means you're drowning. And you're reaching out. You're reaching out for help. Pull my hand. Pull me out. I'll do anything, whatever. You're reaching out for help. You're backpedaling. And that's what it looks like right now. At least to me. At least to me. But anyway, enough of me. What do you guys think? It's already been half an hour. Oh my God. We got another half an hour. I should have done this earlier. Hold on. I got so much stuff I got to read here. In this order. First, Fury 2K. So I guess we will not get Gen 2nd hardware. Fury, your guess is good as mine, dude. You don't know what's going to happen 10 minutes from now, let alone 10 months from now. Who knows what's going to... This is so uncertain, man. These are such uncertain times. You really don't know. It's like you have to take it one day at a time. We'll just have to wait and see. What else we got? Karsten says, hey, what's up, Mr. 4K? Hey, Karsten, how you doing, brother? What do you think of the GeForce Now? GeForce Now, let's be honest. They blew it. I hate to sound like a Robert De Niro in a Copland. You blew it! You blew it! They blew it. I mean, they had all of these third parties. All of these third-party games. And all of a sudden, boom, they're gone. All because NVIDIA is cheap. They didn't want to pay them. So what can I say about GeForce Now? It is what it is. It is what it is. It's somewhere in the middle, and it's like a elephant in the room, whatever. I call it Napoleon cardboard. Just sits there. Somebody looks at it once in a while. Oh, let me kiss the Napoleon cardboard just once in a while. It's what it is. It's a lonely binary whatever number sits there. That's what GeForce Now is. Amazon Luna, I don't know. The one thing that Amazon Luna is doing right is they are learning from mistakes. They're taking it slow, okay? Amazon Luna, it's not charging you to buy the games. It's not a service where you have to buy a game. You can't buy games. Thank God. Thank you, God, that you can't buy games on Amazon Luna. Amazon Luna is strictly subscription. And I like that. But they're still in early stages. Amazon Luna, it's still in early stages. However, you don't have to buy the games. It's included with subscription. Amazon could take Jeff Bezos and the Amazon Gaming Studio team should take the advantage with Amazon Luna right now. They could take the advantage of this big time. They have everything set up. But again, I don't have a crystal ball. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows what's going to happen to Amazon Luna. Amazon Luna could disappear, and you might never hear from Amazon Luna. It'll be like some wild dream you had long time ago called Luna. That's it. Who knows, man? It's so uncertain. I told you this is going to be an interesting year. I told you. Let's see what else we got. That's right. What's up, Bot Master? Badass Hi. How you doing, brother? Sony's already... Listen, Sony is just sitting on top of the pyramid at the moment. They really don't have to do anything. Look, I'm going to say it because nobody else wants to say it. And I'm not a Sony fanboy, but I'm just going to say it because it's the truth. Sony right now, PlayStation right now at this moment, has no competitor, has no competition. And they're just sitting back and enjoying. They're really just enjoying themselves right now. Sony PlayStation is just enjoying themselves. They're like, my God, we're sitting on top of the pyramid. This is so great. We don't have to do anything. We got all the cards. We are ahead of the game. That's it. Let's see what else we got. Cloud technology is great, but this is Cameron D. Cloud technology is great, but they need to make it a subscription service. I agree. It has to be a subscription service. That's the only way this works. What's up, Extreme Gamer? Hey, Extreme Gamer, thank you for helping me with the Medium. I wish that you were here with me on that live stream. I made a video and I gave you a shout out, Extreme Gamer, so go check it out. I mentioned you. Thank you for letting me know. And it's so laughable how easy it was. It's always like that. I was circling the drain for 2.5 hours trying to figure that level, but it was so easy. It was so damn easy. And man, it just made me cry. Like how fucking easy it was. I'm sorry for the language. It slipped. I've moved myself completely to Amazon, says Papal Penguin Gaming, to Amazon Luna and cancel my Pro sub. Papal Penguin, I might do the same. Who knows, man? I might do the same, bro. I might do the same. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Oh, you just bought a new gaming headset? That's awesome. Cheers, man. It would have made more sense. This is from Castle. It would have made more sense if Google had a AAA title ready to go when the platform launched. Yes, listen, they had plenty of time. They screwed up. They had plenty of time to secure all of this. They had plenty of time. The problem is, it's who's in charge. At the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, it all comes back to who's in charge. The reason GameStop it's in so much trouble, the reason GameStop sucks, it's because you got the suits and you got somebody who's a CEO in charge of that company doing the shady deals. It's all who's in charge of the company. Who is the captain? If you got a shitty captain, if you got a shitty manager, well, you're going to have a shitty workplace. You're going to have a shitty company. It all comes down to who's in charge. This is really where it comes down to. Who's in charge? Who's stirring the ship? And well, you see it now. You see it. I feel sorry for Jade Raymond. I had like a brief, few text exchanges on the Twitter, and it was just something like, "Hey, I'm so glad you like the Stadia and you've been supporting it. We're trying to do the best we can to bring out as many games as possible. So thank you so much for your support. Cheers." Just a brief exchange. I don't know Jade personally, okay, so I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. Phil Spencer knows her personally, but I just had like a brief exchange. That's all. But I feel sorry for her because she really tried to help. Honestly, she really had so many things, and she brought the Ubisoft on board because she had connections with the Ubisoft. I think she really was trying, but her hands were tied because the CEO of the Google, he's the boss, and he makes the final decision when it comes to the money, when it comes to the budget. How much budget do we increase? Blah, 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 and all that other stuff. So, but hey, she can always work somewhere else, like Xbox Game Pass. I'm pretty sure one phone call away with Phil Spencer, Jade Raymond could easily move to Xbox Game Pass. And I think she would be a great addition to the Xbox Game Studios. If Phil Spencer, if I was Phil Spencer, dude, you need to go ahead and call Jade and offer her a job as a head of Xbox Game Studios. I'm telling you, you will make a right choice if you hire her. But anyway, we'll see what happens. See what else you guys are saying. My God, time's flying by. 8:43. Oh my Lord. Google is focusing on bringing a third-party games to the platform versus trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Trying to be a AAA game developers. Yeah, Botmaster, I hear what you're saying, but I believe it's a little bit too late. It's almost as if Joker, it's whispering in my ear. Well, that would be great, but I believe that now it is too late. Well, it is too late. Because you've been doing this for a year and a half. What were you doing for a year and a half? You were testing, experimenting. You got to have a clear vision, like Arnold says. Because if you don't have a clear vision, all you were doing is circling the drain. You're in a limbo. You're just circling that fucking drain. You're just circling. You're not even going into the drain. You're just circling around it. In the limbo, forever. You're just circling that drain. You got to have a clear vision. What do you want to be? Do you want to be a subscription with a third party? Or what are you trying to do? That's the problem. Google didn't know what it wanted to be. Stadia had a problem as to what it wanted to be. I think that was the issue. Phil Harrison couldn't make up his mind. What is this service? What can we make this service to be? What should we be all about? You know, you got to know exactly what do you want to do. You want to make a company, you want to create the company, what this company is about. You got to stick to that. This is what this company is about. This is what we're all about. iRacing, it's about internet racing. And they're doing pretty good because they're all about that. Yes, it's expensive. You have to pay for the cars and all that other stuff, but it seems to work quite well. Digital Combat Simulator. DCS, same thing. Yes, buying those jet fighters is very expensive, but they're still doing great because you got a lot of enthusiasts, ex-Air Force guys who like to, fly these F-16s and F-18s through a digital medium. You got to know what you want to be. And I had that problem too when I started my channel. What the hell do I want my channel to be? Do I want it to be just about the 4K televisions? Or do I want it to be about something else? But then I decided I want my channel to be about variety. And some people hated the fact that I took that turn because they really wanted me to be about the 4K television. I still do televisions, but not like I used to. But they really wanted me to be about television. But I made the choice. I said, hey, I'm going to be about variety. And I think Stadia should have made a decision. They had the entire year to choose what they want to be. What do you want to be all about? And I think that's the mistake that they made. That's why they're in this limbo. Because they couldn't decide what they want to be. They were circling the drain. They were experimenting and circling and circling. And, well, that's what happens. Let's see what else we got, man. It's, oh my God, 8:46. Time just goes by. Maybe, let me see, you guys, okay, maybe they might do the same. They got most followers. Who knows, Extreme Gamer, we'll see. I refuse to purchase expensive hardware. It's too expensive for my abilities. Paul, and that's a good thing that we have a choice. And thank God for the cloud technology. The cloud technology gives you that option where you don't have to spend money on expensive parts to build the PC, to build these PC rigs because they're very expensive. Okay, the amount of money you can spend to build all of these PC rigs and everything and televisions, you could walk into a dealership tomorrow, Toyota dealership, and buy a brand new Toyota Avalon 2021 with a down payment of $4,000 and then pay $300 a month. You could easily do that versus what you're going to be spending to build all of these components. So it's a good thing that we have a cloud technology. This is why I like that we have a cloud technology. I still use PlayStation Now. Sometimes I don't feel like downloading the games. Sometimes I'll just click and play PlayStation Now and play some like Metal Gear, Guns of the Patriots. Like I would go ahead and play Guns of the Patriots or Snake Eater. Just click and play, Let me see what else we got here. In Japan, Sony is playing second fiddler to Nintendo. Well, it's Japan, Japan, it's always going to be the king of Nintendo and Sony. Let me see. Badass High says, excellent point, Mr. 4K. Thank you, Galvatin43. Cheers. Excellent point, Mr. 4K. They thought they could wing it and make it up as they went along. True. That's exactly what I was saying. Badass High just says, excellent point, Mr. 4K. They thought they could wing it and make it up as they go. They thought that we're going to be okay with this. Let us do some testing. Let us experiment. You pay for the subscription. We'll keep hyping it up, but let's test the waters. You don't test the waters when you are already fully running service. You don't do any testings when you are fully running service. They should have done all of these testings back in 2019. Like spring of 2019 is when you should have done this, Phil Harrison. You should have done all of these beta testings back in 2019, but you didn't do that. You should have done that in 2019. And by now, maybe you would know exactly what people want and what you should do. And maybe you would have more people. Instead of getting the bad press, maybe you would get a positive press and have more developers. You would have third-party developers coming to you. You would have third-party developers coming to you, begging you, Google. But now, Google, you have to beg the third-party developers and pay more out of the pocket to bring them to your platform. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were just too, I guess, cocky, but at the same time, they were just being. They just ignored the red flags. The problem with Google Stadia, they were ignoring the red flags. And I said it, their biggest downfall is going to be if they don't listen, if they don't, they have to, sometimes you have to take the criticism seriously. When somebody's criticizing you, hey man, there might be some truth to that. You might not like it, the way they're criticizing you, but then you got to step back and you have to look at it and say, hold on a second, man. There's a reason why these people are criticizing me. Let me look into this. Let me really observe this and let me look at myself and let's see what I've done. And then you realize, hey, they have a point. You might not like what they have to say, but they have a point. And I think Google just ignored that. And they just went their own way, and that's that. But they had too many red flags. The red flags were there. I mean, they were always there. Even prior to November 2019, the red flags were there, and they were being ignored, you know. Google will never make a VR. Probably Apple, but we'll see how the Apple VR does it. What happens to all the games people have purchased on Stadia for the past year? Is it most likely money down the drain? I think so. Money that let me tell you, this is really similar to Steve Perlman back in 2010, 2011. Was it 2010, 2011? When the OnLive came out. Now, the difference with the OnLive was that some games were available for free. You could play them. But there were some others that you would have to pay for it. But here's the issue. Same thing with the OnLive. Steve Perlman was saying, oh, this is the future. This is great. Guys, you need to stick with this. Blah, 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 blah. This service called the... and it did pretty good. Here's the sad part about the OnLive. OnLive did good. They were really doing good. They had a lot of features in the beginning. But, you know, Steve Perlman sold the company for a lousy $4 million. For $4 million. I hope that $4 million was worth it when you take the taxes out of it. Well, you made maybe $3.5 million. I hope that was worth it. $3.5 million. That's going to go away so quick, so fast, man. Come on. And this sounds like a Steve Perlman OnLive service. It really has that, like the same smell to it, like the same horror story, like the same movie that I've seen before. You know, like here we go again. I've seen this movie. I've seen this Titanic movie a couple of times, maybe more than a couple of times. So thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, what do we got? 8:54. Well, it's 8:54. Time for me to go. Man, 1 hour just went like that, bro. 1 hour just went like that. So fast, so quick. Unbelievable. Wow, I can't believe it. Listen, you guys can leave a comments down below. Please leave the comments. I will read them. even after this is finished, type the comments down below and let me know what you think. Give your own opinions on it. But let's be honest. Before I end this live stream, I just want to say, this is it, man. This is Titanic. This is Stadia Tanic. Stadia Tanic big time. Right now, developers like Electronic Arts and Activision and 2K Games, they're like, hey, man, why should we bother with this service? This is the dying breed. Why should we want to put our own games to their platform? The only way they're going to put their games to your platform, Stadia, is if you pay them a lot of money. Remember, you are begging them to put their games, and they're going to negotiate with you. They're going to say, hey, we want 50%. We want more. They're going to want more money. Because remember, the third developers don't need you. You need them. You need them. And what's your ecosystem? Your ecosystem is not that big. You got roughly what? Is it 1 million? Not even close to 1 million. Look at PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. Look how many millions. Tens of millions, 20 of millions, 30 millions, 40 million. The list goes on and on around the world. Look how many gamers they have on there, on that ecosystem. Your ecosystem, come on, man. How many racing games do you have? 1? 2, actually 2. Formula and the Grid. That's it. How many sports games do you have? Now, finally, you got Madden. Where's FIFA? Where's Pro Evolution Soccer? Pro Evolution Soccer, FIFA. Where's UFC? Where's MLB? Where is NHL? Yes, you got NBA 2K, but all right. There's tons of stuff missing, man. Where's Call of Duty? Where's Grand Theft Auto? Where's the Resident Evil franchise? The entire Resident Evil franchise. Where's that? Come on. Where's the Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2? Where's the Squadron? Star Wars Squadron. I mean, look, where's the Battlefield? Where's the Battlefield? At least Battlefield 3 or 4 or 5. I mean, I can go down the list. And you're going to tell, where's Yakuza? Where's Mafia? Mafia games. So, come on, man. You can't say you're the home of a third-party games. You can't say that because you're not. You're not. I mean, everybody can see it. Just go to Stadia and you'll know they're not a third party. Thank you, Reynold, John Baptiste. Thank you, Nature Boy. Yeah, 3 racing games, including the, that bike game, MotoGP. 3 racing games. You're right. Well, I got to get going. And, well, this is what they have, honestly. This is what Stadia has right here. Let me show you. Hold on. What happened to Stadia? Look, it's not even working. There it is. Oh, here we go. This is what they have. El Hijo, Figment, Airy, Hotline Miami. Yes. These are the games that we all just Steam World dig. I can play this on my phone. A Secret Neighbor. All of these games right here. This is what people want. And this is Ubisoft. If Ubisoft pulls the plug, you're going to lose this too. Uno, Family Feud, Scott Pilgrim. This is the home. Third party. How about a home of indie developers? How about a home of mobile games? Okay, I know this is gonna hurt. But I gotta end it like this. Phil Harrison, you're the home of the mobile games. You know, mobile games, that's it. A home of mobile games. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. I got to get going. Yeah, The Crew 2, you're right. That's 3 games. Grid, Formula, and The Crew 2. 3 games. That's it. 3 racing games. But where's the Assetto Corsa? Where's the Assetto Corsa Competizione? Where's the Dirt 5? Where's the Dirt 4? Dirt 3? Rally Cross? V-Rally? I can go down the road. I can go down the list. You know. Come on. Come on, man. Later, everybody. I mean, look, it is what it is. I wish that it wasn't like this. But this is what I was afraid of. Well, looks like the life found a way. Google Stadia. Life has found a way to escape from Stadia. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Cheers.